Dr. Ninad Kashikar, and all the faculty members who have joined from different corners of the country today. It is our privilege to have Dr. Alok Behra, sir, Assistant Professor from the Department of Mechanical Engineer, United World Institute of Technology, Karnavati University, Gandhinagar. Sir holds a PhD in Materials Engineering from VNIT Nagpur, where his research conducted in collaboration with National Aerospace Laboratories, Bangalore, focused on the fatigue behavior of aerospace and defense-grade CRPF multidirectional composites. With over 7.5 years of academic and research experience, including postdoctoral positions at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and at IIT Hyderabad, his work spans advanced composite materials, self-healing systems, frontal polymerization-based rapid repair, and out-of-autoclave manufacturing. His research also integrates emerging areas such as AI and machine learning in manufacturing, digital image correlation, and sustainable biocomposites. Dr. Behra has published 23 research articles, including 16 in SCI Index journals, 9 in Q1, along with 4 book chapters and 1 upcoming editorial book. So, dear participants, let us leverage this opportunity and gain maximum from Sir's vast experience and knowledge. So, I would hand over to the session to you, sir. So, please.
Thank you so much, Rajni ma'am. Thank you so much, Mamta ma'am and Dr. Pooja, actually, to invite for this MDP. Can I share my screen? Is my screen visible, ma'am? Hope I'm audible, ma'am. Can somebody please confirm and my screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
So,
can we make full screen?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the warm welcome and lovely introduction. I'm pretty young to talk to the faculties regarding something, but still I have summarized few things which I have learned from my past experiences, and it is really nice to deliver any talk, anything related to Nagpur. Actually, I have spent beautiful 4 years, 4.5 years of my life at Nagpur in VNIT Nagpur. So it's always a pleasure to visit there. So I'm currently working at Karnavati University, which is a NET grade A plus accredited university. My research domain is completely from mechanical and materials. So I've thought of summarizing a few, not just details, but maybe tools and traps to avoid, so that the new engineers, new researchers who are into this field can be cautious maybe, and you can skip some mistakes which many of us are doing, right? Because then this era of AI, it's changing every day, I should say, and everybody should be updated on things to be done, things not to be done, and so on and so forth. Right? So this is my short bio. I'll not go into it because ma'am has already told everything. So we'll start with researchers' publishing journey. I think Mamta ma'am shared some of the PPTs which were delivered in the previous talk. So I've deleted few things from this PPT so that it's not repetitive, not boring. We are joining early morning, so I hope that I will not bore anyone. So we'll start with the researchers' publishing journey. So the era of AI, it has changed. It has changed what it has changed. It has changed how we are writing papers, how we are even thinking of writing papers, and maybe how a reviewer will review a paper, because everything can be AI supported now. Now the question is, how much is ethical and how much is illegal or unethical, we should say, right? If you see this image, you can see researchers working in the lab, which we have done. Like when I joined my PhD, we were doing everything manually, no AI. We are writing everything on paper, maybe on PCs. We are writing uh, bibliographies or references for hours so that it matches the journal citation styles and all this. But now it's on clicks, right? It's within the minutes, within 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But the human intervention is still there, and there are a lot of discussion how much AI should be acceptable for a research publication and how much should be restricted, right? And that is why the plagiarism checking softwares, for example, the Turnitin has already incorporated one special tab for AI detection. If it is more than 20%, it will raise a flag that it's more than 20%. If it is below 20%, then it will not say anything because 20% is the allowed limit, right? As per Turnitin. This can be varied as per the requirement, right? So I would like to ask some questions to the audience, like how much is ethical, and where you will see say that yes, this has become more into like unethical part of it, right? For example, first one, grammar correction or language policing. If you are saying, is that ethical? Many of us will say that yes, it's quite ethical. It's not an issue if you are changing anything related to grammar, readability, formatting, right? So you can tick this out. Second one is literature summarization. Now for this, there are different tools now, right, which can summarize 30, 50, 100 papers within minutes, which we were doing for months actually. I remember my PhD days, Madam used to tell me that one paper per day. So 30 days, 60 days, we'll read 60 papers, 30 papers in detail. And out of which we'll take out 4 or 5 lines maybe, or maybe maximum as a paragraph or some images or something like that. But now this AI can do it in minutes. So is that ethical? Maybe somebody will say it's ethical because we are not highlighting anything. We are just using a tool to summarize, to reduce the human intervention, right? But somebody will say, yeah, some cautions are there, right? Similarly, if you are using it for drafting some sections, right? If you have already written a paper and you are asking AI to write an abstract out of it, or maybe from the literature survey, whatever you have done, if you are asking an introduction, then this becomes crossing some lines as per the old generation's kind of research. This is like crossing some limits, right? So there will be questions asked whether that is ethical or not. There is questions, but at the same time, the younger generation who are using this will say, yes, this is fine. We are not doing anything, rather just rewriting using a AI software. So there can be multiple opinion about this, right? Similarly, generating research hypotheses or ideas. If you know, everyone will know that if we chat properly with proper prompts, then AI can help us to think of an idea on which we can do research. If you have a prior idea in a particular field and if you can give some good prompt, then it can even create a good idea which can be publishable, right? But again, this hypothesis or ideas, this was clearly this was previously the thinking power of the old researchers, right? Because they have seen the area of that particular research evolved over years, and they will have an idea कि क्या हुआ है, क्या नहीं हुआ है. They will have a clear knowledge of what has happened over the years, what has not been done yet. But AI is doing that and replacing the old minds, right? Because he can track back to the old papers, the research recent papers, and give you an idea that yes, this part is not done. If your prompt engineering is good, then on, right? So again, here a lot of questions will be asked by the research community, maybe whether this is ethical or not. This first four are for a researcher's point of view. But if I am a reviewer and I have received a journal for reviewing, can I review it using an AI? And the prompt will matter, right? If I'm saying AI to review this very strictly, I want to reject this paper, it can frame points based on rejection. If I say that no, don't review it very strictly, give some minor comments. This guy I know, I'll accept this with minor revision. It can give. So both ways is possible. So is that ethical? A lot of questions can be asked of. So I'll leave it to the researchers who are maybe new, who are maybe doing research from years to think upon it that which one can be ethical, which one can be unethical. Now, thinking of ethics, this is the first paper which was published completely written by AI. So this was developed by Sankana AI. So there was no human intervention, no editing involved. Directly a AI tool was generated, and that generated this paper. This paper was submitted to a very popular US conference, right? It went into a double blind review where like the editor don't know the authors and author don't know the editors, and it passed the review process. It passed the peer review process. It was even published, but after criticism that AI cannot write a paper, it was rejected on ethical grounds, right? So we can see that the future of research is changing, right? AI can help us. Even AI don't need our help because now agentic AI has come. It can do even the things which are the prompt which we are giving. It can give the prompt to itself, right? So there are a lot of changes in the market. But the question is whether AI should be used for the research or not. Whether these kind of papers should be accepted or not. Whether this turning, how we are handling this turning point in the area of research, right? Because this is a turning point. Machine are now entering into the peer review ecosystem. If you check online the research papers, there will be 4 or 5 pages of paper which is nothing new, but the AI content is less, the plagiarism is not there, hence it is being published as a maybe a conference paper or something like that. So the responsibility lies within ourselves that how you are going to handle this. Now, now the question is, should we call it AI versus human here? In terms of the research publications? Not really, because there is no competition, right? It's AI is a tool. There is no replacement for AI. There is no replacement for human as well. But should we call it that we should not use AI? No. If you are not using AI, even I think that I will be a fool if I am not using AI because in that way I'll reduce my research quality. Maybe I'll take 2 months for some 15 days work, right? So the best way is AI plus human, right? So if we can accelerate together, then it's fine, it's good. But we need to know that how much AI use and how much we should restrict, right? Because you can use it for ideation, you can use it for analysis, you can use it for validation, you can use it for impact, you can use it for AI writing. But at the same time, you should have a control over the AI. It's not like AI has generated and you have submitted. We should have control. We should have control. We should have the background or the base knowledge of that particular subject, and then use AI in an ethical way so that it is just helping us rather than replacing the core mind of the human beings. Right now, this is a image taken from a paper very recently published by Lu in 2026 in Nature. Now, this is the basically the end-to-end automated research pipeline, right? And in figure B, it has they have done some probabilistic analysis that how the newly developed LLMs, right, large language models, for example, your ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on and so forth, all those how it is evolving over years. If you see July 2023, GPT-4 is the first one, right? And after that, many version of GPT, many version of Gemini, Sonnet has come. And over the years, they have evaluated how the AI scientist with template and AI scientist without template. So this is more autonomous version, how they are reviewing papers, right? So it can, they have seen that there is the R square value is 0.517, which is a very good thing, right? And probably this P value is 0001. So it's very close to like, and you can see the upward trend, right? The reviewer paper score is increasing with the newer version. If you talk about this chart where they have divided the research into three parts, one is ideation, one is experimentation, and one is write-up. They have divided that how you will use it, how you can use the LLM to propose the idea, right? How you can preliminary investigate, have two, three ideas first, but select the best to the next stage and all this. I'll I'll suggest everyone to please maybe go through this paper because these nature papers are very tough to read. You'll maybe take a day to read a 6 page paper because so many data in it, right? So they have given this idea of how a end-to-end automated research pipeline can be. Now, if there are new researchers, maybe they will appreciate the fact that the journal landscape to understand the journal landscape in the publishing journey, in their publishing journey, right? Those who are already doing research for years, they will know this that these are the uh, these are not the publishers, Scopus or Web of Science. These are not the publishers; they are the abstracting agencies, right? So the largest one are Scopus, and next will be the Web of Science, right? And Web of Science have four major parts. One is Science Citation Expanded (SCI), which is more into our domain, which is science and engineering. And so for social science, it is SSCI, and for arts and humans, it is AHCI. And emerging source citation index, this have many of them, but they are emerging, so they can anytime enter into this SCI domain. I'll get back to ESCI while I'll talk about how to select a journal, right? Similarly, there were things like UGC care list. India has like we our government has took the initiative to uh, draft a centralized list which is acceptable for our academic purpose, which can be accepted for maybe awarding PhD and all this. But they have scrapped this. They have scrapped this in August 2025. That UGC tier list is no more continuing. So the main focus area should be the Scopus and Web of Science while choosing a journal for your research journey. Now, to expand more, this science citation index expanded. So these are the details, but I will not go into it. They have a lot of journals, but this SCI is currently maintained by Clarivate Analytics. They are a company, and Web of
Right.
Science. Under Web of Science, there are a lot of other domain which can be useful for different fields. If you are from maybe like chemical background, then it can be in this IC index chemists can be useful for you, right? So uh, there are different lists, right? There are region specialist database as well. For example, like Korean journal database, but these are not required for us. For us, the important is Scopus and Web of Science. Now there is a uh, comparison, right? Because how to publish? There are two options. One is directly upload it into a journal, or maybe go to a conference and get a conference publication. Right? What is the difference? Journal are obviously they are slow. It takes a lot of time, right? It takes a lot of volume as well, maybe a 10, 30 pages. But conferences, they are short. You can hardly write 6 or 8 pages if you're going to IEEE journal or something like that. The limit is 6 pages. And from applying to a conference to acceptance and to publication, hardly 4 months. But in journals, we cannot know. Those who have published, they will understand the pain. It can be 2 years, 3 years as well, right? The difference in review process is very fast, right? In conferences, it's very easy to get published. You'll get you'll get minor comments and get accepted maybe because they want to increase their numbers. But in journals, you would never know to whom it has gone, how many comments you will write. I have received 100 comments from one particular reviewer, so you will spend 1 month to write to reply to him only, right? So it takes a lot of time for journals. But networking wise, the journals are limited because you are publishing through a blind review process. You know nobody, but in conferences you will meet people. But here I have drawn this because this is the story of a race between this rabbit and right. So if you say conference is a rabbit, but the quality is less as well, right? Uh, I am working in a like department where computer science is dominated, and computer science people they used to follow more into like conferences because it's fast and it's very easy to publish and scopus indexing. But if you think back to idea of publishing into a journal, it's more exciting and it has more academic output as compared to a conference, right? I'll just give you one of my example how a ESCI journal turned into gold. So in 2020 to 2018, when I was at BNIT Nagpur, I was planning to go for a conference in South, but due to some reason, I dropped that idea. This paper I have prepared already, so I uploaded into a ESCI journal, which is Emerging Source Citation Index. I thought I don't know what this is, but at that time this was composite communication. It was a very new journal, maybe. So I uploaded. It's a short communication, right? So once I uploaded this, I thought that yes, minor comments or major comments will come. I'll do this. It's a small journal, no issue, right? Once it is published, right? It's published, it got published with minor comments. But at the current moment, it is a Q1 SCI journal with an impact factor of 7.7. And this screenshot is very old, maybe, uh, and it has revised, maybe, right? So think of it. I was thinking of publishing in a conference, but somehow because of the destiny, I didn't go there. And one ESCI journal, one Scopus Index conference proceedings turned into a SCI, which is the highest impact factor journal from my history of publishing, right? So that's why choosing a correct journal or choosing a correct path to publish becomes very important, and AI can help and guide you in this as well. You talk to ChatGPT and all this, it will guide you, no issues. But at the same time, you should have a clear mindset that where should I publish, and you should understand this landscape of publishing, right? How a journal can be published. Okay, so for publishing, these are the three stages, right? The initial assessment, peer review, and this is after obviously the paper is ready. Once the paper is ready, it goes to a editor, right? Editor will do the initial assessment. Either he will reject it from the desk or else it will go to the peer review stage. Once it is into the peer review stage, editor will find the reviewer will begin reviewing. They will review based on like reviewing process can be single blind, double blind, open, transparent, post publication. I will not go into, but you should have an idea that how it is being reviewed, right? Then reviewer will submit the report, and then obviously they will ask for a major revision or minor revision, and based upon the further feedbacks, the editor will either accept or reject it. Right? So majority of the time, it is like it is that once the peer review is there, like if you have review comments, sorry, if you have received a maybe major comment, mostly you can satisfy the reviewer and it can be accepted, right? So this is the landscape of how a editorial process goes on, right? Now, once a paper is published, it has some research metrics. For a researcher, it is very important to know what are all these terms, right? Now, Q1 to Q4, this is squirrel tiles. So basically, all the SCI journals or and even Scopus database has been divided into the 4 quarters, where Q1 is the highest quality, Q2 is the second most highest quality, and all those, right? So Q1 and Q2 they are followed by both Scopus, and so there are journal rankings, right? Journal based on the SJR value, this Q1 and Q4, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 is decided. Similarly, H index and I index, these two are researchers specific. So if you have some papers, then you will know that what is my H index, what is my I index. So for example, I index, if your one of your publication receives 10 citation, my I index becomes 1. So if I have 10 publications with 10 citation each, so my I index becomes 10. So all this, and similarly SJR, which is SCI Imago Journal ranking. So they used to there there are huge calculations behind this, right? How many uh, how many researchers have cited the paper, how many current research have cited the paper, what is the old citations report, right? Based upon that, all this SJR, impact factor, and site scores are calculated. Impact factor and site score are right relatively similar, but site score is the calculation done by Scopus, and impact factor is the calculation done by Web of Science. So there are a lot of confusions, right? Because in some papers which are not listed in Web of Science, maybe you will not get impact factor. So better to check the databases whether a particular journal is listed in Scopus or Web of Science. Okay. Okay. So all these were about the abstracting agencies. Now these are the publishers who publishes papers, maybe online, maybe offline, right? These are some of the uh, big publishers. For example, Elsevier, Springer, uh, right? All those. Similarly, Sage is there, right? All those publishers have their own website for guide you to identify the best suitable journal for your research, right? For example, Elsevier Finder is there. If you just copy paste your maybe abstract and title, it will give the best journal which you can publish in. There are multiple filters as well. If you don't want to publish in open access, you can unselect it, right? Like that, right? And there are some other AI tools, for example, Paperpal, SciSpace. This can be used for searching that which journal should be used for your particular work, right? Okay. Now, if anyone is confused about what is open access journal and what is subscription, what is paid, right? There is a confusion between maybe the open access and the paid one. Now, think of a researcher's cafe where if it is open access, you can come in, you can sit down, you can drink for free a cup of coffee, and then researchers pay, but everyone can drink it free, right? The researchers cafe will pay, but everyone can drink it freely. But if you are a subscription cafe, so subscription cafe, you have to pay at the door, and then only you will enter into the cafe, right? But in hybrid cafe, we'll give a choice if you want to whether you want to pay at the entrance or the author pays everything, right? So basically, in open access journal, the author is paying to the publisher that keep it open for everyone so that everyone can read, right? So for that you are paying. Paid journal is completely different. You are not paying for being open. You are paying for being published, and that is always the predatory journals. They will anytime, even if they have been listed as a Scopus journal, it might be possible that they will be removed after some years, and it will be waste of your research, your efforts, your money, and everything. So stay away from paid journals which ask to publish, right? They will publish within 4 days. They will not give any comments. They will publish as it is. You'll not get a DOI number on in those, right? You'll get a PDF or something like that. But these are fake journals. But subscription, they are open for subscription where like it won't be open to everyone, right? Say, for example, if Karnavati University has got the subscription of Elsevier, then we can access the Elsevier journals, right? So basically, my university is paying so that I can read. So that's called subscription. And in hybrid mode, both are available, right? If you want to publish in subscription mode where you need not to pay anything, then fine. If you have the money, then you can publish it open access as well. So in the world of journals, the open access is like free coffee, right? Paid by the brewer. Subscription is paid by the drinker. Hybrid gives a choice for both, right? And paid journals are steady, stall selling. They will call you, lelo, 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 right? And this is like giving you an instant coffee and without any quality check. And you will only suffer out of it, right? So stay away from the paid journals. Open access journals, if your institute or if your agency is paying, it's fine. So that's what. So there are benefits of open access actually, because you will have higher number of citations maybe, because everyone can download this easily, right? So if you differentiate between the publishers, if you talk about PLOS or MDPI, they are all open access journals. Many of them are open access journals actually. But if you talk about the subscription or hybrid mode journals, so Elsevier will come, Springer, Wiley, Taylor and Francis, Sage. So these 4 5 are the majorly known publishers, right? Apart from that, the IEEE, Cambridge, and maybe Oxford, right? All those are publishing huge number of articles per year. Okay. This I follow. Okay. So uh, it's very difficult to sometimes identify which one is a predatory journals and which one is a real journals, right? So predatory journals will look very similar to a journal. For example, if there is a journal called Journal of Chemistry and Sciences, so there will be a Journal of Chemistry and Science. So they will just remove that S in the end. So you'll think that it's the original journal, and they will make your website at such that it is matching with the original journals, right? Uh, but thing is, you can always check the Scopus database. You can always check the Web of Science database. If they are mentioning that in that particular website, they will mention that where they are abstracted, right? And from that, you can go back to the original database and cross check whether that is actually listed or not. The predatory journals, they will never give you a DOI, document identity number. They will not give you, right? So check all these details, right? There is a list called Velas list. It's an AI tool, right? They list all the predatory journals around the world, right? They started in 2020, 2008, and now it's a very big document with a lot of predatory journals which has been SETI over the years, right? And which are SETI, which are listed in some of the list, but which are SETI, which cannot be deleted, right? So this Velas list is a powerful list which you can use to identify whether the journal where you are uploading is a predatory or not, right? Now this, check this. These are some of the examples how uh, they will look like. So these are all some examples, right? If you are opening a predatory journal, some Chrome security warning will come like this, right? And even the mails from those journals will be in the spam folder. So from that, you can know that they are predatory, right? At the end, but if they are very cool and very smart, then at the end, the best way to verify is the check the original database, right? So okay. So apart from this, there are some terms like ORCID, right? Because it's a unified researchers ID now, ORCID. Because Scopus ID is already there, ResearchGate was already there, but they were lagging somewhere where Scopus will unleash only the Scopus indexed papers, right? Because all the papers of a particular author will not come in the single window. So ORCID is there now. All the new researchers should have a ORCID ID. Many of the journals are now compulsorily asking for a ORCID ID, right? You should have a proper Scopus ID created and like controlled under you, because sometime it will happen that many other papers which you have not published are there in your database, because many of the researchers, one-time researchers, they will come and go, right? Their papers will come which is matching to your name. Those papers will unlist in your ID. So all those things you should take a look, right? Researchers IDs. Now I have seen that some of the talks were there already related to all this LLMs, AI assistants. So that's why I have removed all those slides after this. But few things I want to mention that which I am doing. Say I'm preferring DeepSeek over ChatGPT, right, for scientific writing at least. Right. I'm using this Elicit app and one Research Rabbit is there. Elicit and Research Rabbit predominantly for analyzing research or maybe generating short uh, summary of a particular research papers. Right? Then there are tools like this is a page on elicit. So if you type anything, for example, CFRP composite material analysis, then it will summarize some top papers on this, like this, right? So you will have a basic idea. You can increase the number of sources by buying their subscription, right? So it will give a structured summary of many research papers, as many as you want, right? There are custom grids, there are options for question and answer. You can ask something related to a paper and then elicit will answer about that paper, right? So very user-friendly interface. If you want to use for AI literature review, you can use this. Uh, Okay, and these are some of the others. Research Rabbit is very good. If you search anything related to it, will give around 20-30 papers per page. So it's very easy to copy everything together, then paste and somewhere some in some other LLM and then maybe summarize something out of it, right? Abhith Note has been purchased by I think ChatGPT, so it is not online as of now. But Paperpal and SciSpace, these two are specifically LLMs based on research, so you can use these as well, right? Uh, Apart from that, there are tools like Grammarly, there are tools like Jotero and Mendeley, which can be used for uh, grammar checking and referencing. So one caution that reference generation using AI can be a nightmare, right? Uh, I have seen that. I have already written a paper on it related to use of LLMs for exam preparation and reference generation with computer science students. Actually, the ChatGPT can cook your paper, right? If you want to support one of your hypothesis with a research article, it can quickly cook one paper that variety on uh, gave these statements in so forth year in so forth paper. But at the end, when you will check the database, that paper won't be there, right? So it's very difficult to identify between a cooked paper and the original paper. So better to use tools like Jotero and Mendeley. Mendeley is very old. They were already there in the non-AI era of referencing management, and they are here as well in the era of AI because they have generated something like one metadata file, right? All any DOI number, if you search, they can generate the references exactly which is required for any particular style of references, right? Similarly, Android's reference work, all these can be used for reference generator, but Jotero will come at the top because it is completely powered by AI, right? It can uh, right capture citations from directly from a PDF pages or something like that. But Mendeley is more conventional. But the best part is Mendeley and Jotero both have a word extension, so you can directly add it into your word while writing itself. You can create your you can cite the articles you want and then maybe uh, generate the bibliography as per your requirement, right? As per your general style. So this is just an example. I'll not go into deep because this is already known by everyone that how to cite a paper. You cannot misinterpret, right? If I am saying that one particular composite is degraded over times when it is exposed to
Right.
rain and temperature, but at the same time, I cannot say that variety or prove that composite metal fail instantly when exposed to humidity because this is completely uh, like apart from whatever the original author had said, right? So while citing or paraphrasing, it's possible that when you are using AI, the AI can completely uh, disturb the original statement. It can completely change the original statement. It can paraphrase into very uncommon, very different wordings, right? Whose like the explanation is completely different from what you want to say. So while paraphrasing or maybe AI writing, the end power should be with the human, right? That whether that particular sentence is sounding proper, whether that particular sentence is what you want to say, because chat gpt and all these tools, they can write proper english without any grammatical mistake, but at the end whether it is scientifically correct or not should be the call by the human being. So that is where we can conclude, we can uh, control AI, right? So that is where our power stays. That is where it's always human plus AI. It cannot be only AI, right? So in summary, navigating the complexities of research publication in the AI era require a balanced approach, right? Obviously using the tools, but recognizing where I am going unethical and where should I be ethical. By understanding the landscape of the journal, leveraging research ideas, and exercising cautions when using AI should be the should be our goal, right? Then commit to continuous learning and vigilance to ensure a rewarding academic career. So we'll hold AI by a hand, not surrender our mind to it. Let it guide our research, not govern our results. Right. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Rajni madam, please carry on.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Shweta,
Yes.
wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, if any of the participant is have any question, you can ask the question, please. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, how can we identify the predatory journal?
Okay. Predatory journals. Sometimes predatory journals are self-exposing because once you open that particular journal in the Chrome page, you will have a notification that something like spam or something like it's a fake journal or something like that, right? It will come for sure because they are mimicking someone else because they have uh, created a page which is completely similar to some other journals. But at the end, the best way is to check the original database, right? In the original database, check the name correctly because there will be some difference in the spelling of something, right? There may be differences in the logo of the particular journal. And the most important thing is check the editor list. Who are the editors? Similarly, for the conferences as well, there are a lot of fake conferences where there is no organizers, there is no names which who are, and if there are names, then there is no affiliations. Suppose I'm looking into a conferences and then I can see some names from Kamala Nehru, then I'll obviously go back to the website of Kamala Nehru and I'll check back that whether those particular people are working there or not. And similarly, you can check the editor list, guest editor list, right? And this is the way how we can check the predatory journals.
Yes, sir. Thank
Sir, please tell me which is the best or authentic AI tool which can be used for research paper writing.
Ma'am, it can be tricky to say one name, right? Because obviously there
Yes.
is limit as well. Because ChatGPT, if you use for 30 minutes, will say that you have exhausted your delivery. So if you are using free, then it can be multiple use, right? But I have used Claude and ChatGPT a lot, right? So
Okay, sir.
but for again for literature review part, the research rabbit is the best, and elicit and research rabbit for literature review. For normal writing you can use anything, no issues. Perplexity, it is little difficult to handle because the scientific writing part is not that good here. And madam, I should say that it's up to your prompt as well. Now my chat gpt is properly trained, he knows that how I want him to reply because
Okay.
I have given him prompts as a fixed notification. I have already told that write everything scientific, no non-scientific things. Don't explain much something. So I have fixed those things. So once I start a chat, I will write some statements that yes, this is what you need to do for overall, like for all my chat throughout, right? So all those things. So prompt engineering is very important, right? Any LLM is based on technology, so they can work properly, but the prompt engineering plays a vital role.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
So today's session is altogether a very different from the last four
Uh,
session. and every time we are learning something new. Yeah,
Okay.
Samiksha, please go ahead.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Sir, I had a question.
Okay.
Like, suppose we are having already the data we have done in means whichever experiments we have performed. Okay.
Mhm.
So, if we are feeding that information in the particular that any of the AI tool like ChatGPT, Rabbit, or any one of them. Okay. And
Yes.
if it is giving us a particular graph, so
Mhm.
is that graph authorized to publish in a paper or to present in anywhere in a conference or like any seminar?
Ma'am, ethically, you should not publish anything, any image generated through AI.
Okay.
Recently only, one journal returned me back my paper saying that you have to upload a graphical abstract. So
Hmm.
the same thing I did. I gave 4 or 5 images of my own image and asked AI
Hmm.
to summarize this into one image because I wanted to upload it in the same day, summarized
Okay.
into one image and give me an image. So
Hmm.
the AI summarized 5 of my images with some text and gave it. I
Hmm.
thought it's perfect and I uploaded. They straight away denied that AI generated images cannot be used in the research articles. Now the best way
Hmm.
is, rather than generating any graph or anything, you
Hmm.
generate the Python code of it. You ask the AI
Okay.
for the Python code, learn basic Python, how to edit
Hmm.
a graph in Python, right?
Hmm.
Paste
Hmm.
that code in Python, generate that image, do some basic editing, then download. No AI tool will catch it. That is the best way because at the moment we cannot learn Python altogether, but at the same time we are using AI as well.
Okay. Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, ma'am.
Okay, I would like to invite Shweta to propose a formal vote of thanks. Shweta,
Thank
over to
you
you.
very much, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. A very good morning to all of you. I, Dr. Shweta Ghokar from the Department of Biotechnology, on behalf of organizing team, it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this 7-day national level hybrid mode faculty development program from chat to chatbots, integrating AI in teaching research. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our patron, uh, late Shri Govindra Vanzari sir, founder Amar Seva Mandal, Dr. Suhasini Vanzari ma'am, President Amar Seva Mandal, Advocate MLC Shri Abhijit Vanzari sir, Secretary Amar Seva Mandal, and Dr. Smita Vanzari ma'am, Treasurer Amar Seva Mandal, for their constant support and encouragement for organizing such events. I would like to thank to our principal sir, Dr. Dilip Badwaik sir, and vice principal Dr. Kashikar sir for their enthusiasm and motivation in enriching this FDP event. My heart filled with lots of gratitude and respect for our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Behera sir, for enlightening us with his immense knowledge and sparing his invaluable time for us, and grace this event with his commendable talk on research publishing in the AI area, tool ethics and traits to avoid. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Lastly, I would like to thank all the members of FDP organizing committee, technical team, and all the participants for making this session successful. Thank you all and have a great day ahead. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shweta.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Alok sir. Thank you for joining.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. We'll end the meeting.
Sure. Thank you so much.